Do you like that? Good callback. Excellent callback. All right, I'm back. Dog is walked. Let's begin.
She said, my love is like a flower. I'm trying to get you over. You like love sour. Then you should come try my poison. She said, I grew up in the garden of Eden. And ever since then, my lying eyes are deceiving.
All right, and here we go. This morning we're taking a look at the, well, not taking a look, but we're restarting Project Cable Car. So this should be a good one. There are quite a few different types of cable cars on the in the game. Actually, if you go and do a search for Lego Fortnite cable car in YouTube, you're gonna find quite a few selections. Some starting way back in 2023, 1 year ago actually. It was 1 year ago from Maru Games, and she has a very interesting system that, you know, I never tried out, but I'm actually looking at and wondering how well it works. Hey, good morning, Graveyard Boy. Good morning, Dirty. Let's see who else is here. Yes, I had to walk the dag. The game is taking a while to load, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, puppy, I already walked you. Go lie down. She's sitting here, staring at me. Alright, okay. Bugger off, go. I have nothing more for you. All gone, bye. Go lie down. I don't think it's gonna let me in the world. Something weird is happening here. We have massive delay. Woo, okay. I was wrong. Let's see what's gonna do to me here. Razor. Okay, so that camera is still not working after all this time. I have never been so betrayed by a camera. All right, so I guess we'll get to it. I've been trying to mess around with the design a little bit. Spent most of yesterday evening. Joker! Hey, good morning. What's happening, my friend? Welcome. Welcome. So, we have our angle set. This is a 15-degree angle. Can be gotten from the Supernova Academy roof piece, and this angle is pretty much like this rules the entire project. Well, at least my parts of it. So we have this rail system here. This may have to go, but this was kind of similar to what I had going on in the previous iteration, and it almost worked. A couple of problems here and there, but you know what? We're going to do a rebuild right now, and we're going to do it right this time. But let's not leave a mess, because we're right over Haskins's church. Oh, there. So we have to do a little bit of cleanup, you know, make sure that we aren't leaving a complete mess everywhere. Yep. The downside of building with me, if you're building underneath like Haskins is that he's gonna have pieces raining down on him, and that's no way to start the day. So before Haskins gets in, let's you know, clean up and reposition ourselves so that we are in a good position. Now, oh whoa, hold on. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come back here. All right. And then last piece. I think this is the last piece. It should be it. We're all cleaned up. Yeah, you got to make a fire truck. I'm just waiting for them to give us some more pieces. I mean, there are ways to get around it and build with red pieces, but they are extremely limiting. And I want to make the best truck that we can. So I'm going to hold off a little bit more and hope they give us some red for Christmas. I am still hopeful. I'm still very hopeful. Oh, by the way, Simpsons pieces, we have less than 24 hours to go, I believe. Because when I checked last night, it was 1 day and 5 hours. So we should be down to less than 24 hours before the Simpsons house is available. You built a fire station? Yeah, I know. That's the sad part. Okay, oh crap. I need to get my projector up so that I can see better. There we go. And I should probably take a nap. Oops, those aren't beds. Is anybody here? Nope, just me. Woo! Good morning, Aunt Kitty. So good to see you. I did not fall off the bed. Wicked. Okay, let's go someplace that's a little more friendly for building and not raining stuff down at Haskins' head. Although, you know, the other side is probably friendlier. But this should do it. As you can see, this is how I got the angle. I used this piece. That's it. Did I use 2 of these? No, because that's just a 15 degree. Yeah, this is just a 15 degree, so it's not even 2 pieces. I think it was trying. Oh, I know what I did. I came from the bottom, came all the way up, then I slapped this on here, and to reset to 0 so that I could go flat. That's why this is here. So that makes sense now. So from here, flat, then down. Let's get this out of the way. Then we're going to destroy the other tree. This one might be in the way, but let's wait before we find out, shall we? We also may be a little bit low, which I'm a little afraid of. You see how this here is? I'm afraid of hitting into the side. And I wanted to take the cable car up and carry it on a little bit more. So we have like a couple stages, but one part at a time. Where's my tree? Where'd it go? Oh, is that it? Okay, the tree is buried. Good, got it. Perfect. Hey, Elam Cake. All right, let us begin, shall we? Now we're going to start with my design. If we have time, we'll look at the Maru Games design as well. But this is the one that I built last year, and it's the one that worked quite well. So we're going to go back to that because, you know, once we have something working, I do like to explore other possibilities, but sometimes what you have works great when you figured out all the details and everything. And we did figure out quite a bit. One of the things that I did regret not having, though, was we have new parts this time around. So this should be a little bit of a different build. All right, so this is going to be the main area for the wheels. So we need to set get my brain back in order. And this was kind of weird because, oh, okay, now I remember. I think I didn't know what side I was going to go on. But let's go through all the steps. We're replacing the height of this. So this is also a bit of a walk down memory lane. If you don't know how to get this angle, sorry, I just have to take a little bit of a step back here. You have to raise it up from the ground, of course. So use some poles. Get it up in the air from the ground or from your endpoint. And then you have to get that 15-degree angle. And that 15-degree is best from Supernova Academy. Might as well just walk through these little bits with you. You can get that right there. Then go get your pressure plate. Rugged rollers. This is rugged rollers. Rugged rollers. Rugged rollers. What? No pressure plates? What are you under? The pressure plate is not even under any category. It's just pressure plate. Anyway, you just set that there. Then get your flat. Stick it on. Underneath. Bida bang. And carry that all the way down. If you want a little bit more stability, just take it over here. And boom. Clean it up. So you can go from top, from the side, from the front. Your choices. And you can now carry that all the way down the mountain. So there you go. You have your first part. Hey, Haskins. Hey, there's Haskins. I promised not to rain any pieces down on your head, Haskins. All right. Let me see. Let's get rid of the Supernova Academy. Oh, actually, Supernova's already gone. So we go back to Haunted House, go to Roof Pieces, and get that one other piece. This piece will give us some extra height. So you can actually replace these guys with the Daft Punk pieces if you want. This is just to give it a little bit extra height so that we can get the wheels in place. So once you get the wheels, you're pretty much set. See? So this will go in here nicely. It's just that it's kind of hard to place the wheels and have it kind of hanging off the side. So this is nice and snug. That's perfect. Now, next thing you want to do is get your machine block. This is something that we didn't have before. Because I was just kind of riffing it as I was going. The thing is, the pressure plates aren't under a category. These guys are under rugged rollers. See, under rugged rollers, you go down to pressure plate, and pressure plate doesn't have a category. So even if you select rugged rollers, see, it's not under rugged rollers. It has no category whatsoever. So you have to kind of completely empty your inventory, well, your favorites or your filters, just to get pressure plates. That's a little bit annoying. So that was my whole point of that. Yes, I'm annoyed. Okay, that's 12. I need 8. Now, you actually have to build out quite a bit of this, so please bear with me. While I work my way through this thing. So one to the back. Mr. Biz, what's happening? I'm preparing the cable car. I did find a design from Maru Games that may work for your uses, sir. So I'm looking at getting a cable car to come down to your side of the world. Here we go. We got that. Is that touching? No, we don't need that to touch. Let's try that again. All right, let's break that up, because now that is in a complete wrong place. Okay, take it up one. Do that. Go to the other side. Take it up one. Take it back. Get rid of that. Doesn't matter what side it's on. That's just like a placement for when you have it in place. All right, so one. We now have to put an additional part to the front. And this is our guide. These guides will have hooks at the bottom when it's in. So, best thing to do for this is going to be at the side. Best placement. Yeah, from the top. One. Then one. And we're going to pass that down. So it's definitely a different height than the others. Is that going to touch? It's going to touch. Not ideal. What did we do before? How do we fix it? And there we go. We've lost light. All right, time to put on the night light. There it is. And inventory. Now we can see what's going on. Where'd Haskins go? Oh, there he is. All right, so I'm going to empty my inventory. But I'm going to burn it so that I don't, jump into it. And my aim is pretty bad, so I'm going to put down 3 of these things. Let's get a party going up here. So, how's everybody's morning? I fell asleep looking at some tutorials last night, looking at what some of the builders have been doing for the for their versions of the tram. We're going to take a look at Haskins' church, of course. Well, as soon as he gives us permission. I know he's got. He came back and he just built like so much stuff so fast yesterday. He's been waiting to get back to building. Yep, being back to work. Well, you take your opportunities when you have them, right? You build when you can. Okay, so these, I wish we had yellow. At some point, we will have proper yellow floorboards. I know we have yellow roof pieces, but we need some yellow floorboards in here. All right, so I'm kind of planning around this bit. So this should give us clearance. There, I think that will do it. Can only take it so far. 16. So stop there and then take it down to the end. If you go look at some real... What is going on here? Really? Okay. So this is... the alignment went off on this. So I'm going to reset. Yeah, better have a proper alignment than something that's a little bit wonky. All right, here we go. So we're going to bring this down. Down, down, down to Goblin Town. One of the worst songs from the Hobbit. But, you know, it's kind of stuck in my head. I mean, I never thought I'd actually be talking about songs and Lord of the Rings, but J.R.R. Tolkien was full of songs. It's one of the things I actually hated about the Hobbit book and the Lord of the Rings. He would have a complete stop. Everything would just stop for a song or a poem. So even as a young reader, I did not appreciate those poems. Just being honest, can't appreciate everything. Okay, so this gives us most of the mechanism that we need. Most of this is going to pop down, and we're going to have the underarm. Now, we should test this, but the downside of that is that it's going to break pretty much where we are. So what I want to do here is continue the placement of everything else that we need, because this needs an arm that extends outward and goes down to the actual rail car. You're using the Daft Punk lights. Can we come take a look at the church? Oh, sweet. All right, let's go take a look at Haskins church, and we're going to see some new stained glass. All right. Yeah, you know, Haskins and his churches. This is his chapel. And he's really using the Daft Punk pieces in a brand new way. Check out that stained glass window. If that's not like one of the best things you've ever seen. I mean, we have the architecture and everything. It's great architecture, but look at that window. Like, holy crap. And then you look at the sides, and there's more stained glass. So I'm here waiting for Haskins to do a huge, amazing stained glass window at the back of this church. This is going to be so awesome. And of course, with the cable car passing right over. You got your guys in here. All right, time to get back to the cable car. Wicked build, Haskins. Wicked build. Welcome back. Of course, Haskins will avoid complexity because, you know, Haskins, he doesn't like complexity. All right, so what are we doing here? what are we doing here? We are adding on the arm to go on the outside. So best arm is actually, oh, we didn't have these before, did we? These are actually some of the best arms in the business, but I don't think we can actually afford to use those right now. I need an offset arm. So there we are. This, however, is pointing down. I need this to point the other way. So we got to turn this guy upside down. No, we don't have anything that's turned upside down. All right, fine. I guess I'll have to do it the other way. The proper way. Can't be lazy about it. All right, there we go. That should do it. Place that there, and then that can go right into the center. I'm actually going to keep the upside down piece. I'm going to add another one to it. Balance that out. No, it doesn't do it. There's a shift somewhere there. Okay, whatever. So this should give us enough clearance to come down. Now, where are we? Here we are. We could, of course, use the some other pieces to bring this down, like, you know, half a full wall or a half wall. But that's like giving yourself a one hit. So this should now go under. This is the concern. This is the part that has me really concerned, because this right here is going to hit the wall. So I think we're a little too low. We may have to redo this entire thing and go up another step just so we can get the proper height. Okay, let's do that. We can, of course, turn this back the other way now. Can this go back the other way? So we can go inward. I mean, like, we could also go flat. And just, you know, so instead of having that hook there, we can just go flat. And flat may be a little bit more accessible, as it were. Because we do have to do a couple things once we get to the center, which is right there. Center is going to be right there. And I think we need to come, okay, we can't have all the weight over there, so it's going to be redistributed right around here. What we're going to do is we're going to set this, put this upside down, and then turn this upside up, right side up, because we have two things to do right here. First thing, let's set this up with an additional piece on top for security. And then another piece on the bottom. Why aren't you aligning? Thank you. Jeez, no need to be that hostile. All right, and this next part is always tricky because I have to do this bit. we're going to add a swivel right on there. And then we need to lock this swivel before we do anything else. Come on. Lock the swivel. It's not snapping on. Son of a... I don't like you. I really don't. There's no reason why you shouldn't be doing... Come on. Be nicer to me. Please. Alright, and... You see this? It's mocking me. It's definitely mocking me. I can't even get another one in there. Jeez. All right, I see how it is. All right, okay. So ignoring that particular, annoyance, we are going to have to add on. We don't have a choice in this one, so we have to go flat again. So from the front. Oops, my bad. So we have to go flat. So I was saying we have to go onto here. And you aren't allowing me to do that anymore, are you? No, you're not. Fine. Be that way. So, back to what I was saying. We have to go flat. So we go out. Come on, get back there. And then we should be able to get this piece flat here, and we can continue our build flat from here and attached to there. I screwed that up. All right, let's get this there, and then there. Now we're centered. But you see how far out we are. So I have to redo this. It should be one off, not two off. Okay, so this is going to be the top of the cable car, and this is going to swing as this moves down. Now, what I'm trying to do here is to give this enough weight so that when I have the cable car in here and I release the engine on top, it's going to pull it down. It's going to require a little bit of readjustment because what we're trying to do here is to get these pieces tight against the sides. And the only way to do that is by pulling down with a significant amount of weight. It may require adding some thrusters on top and using those to push down as well. But we need to get it into position so we can lock these in place and pretty much try to use as much gravity as possible. There is a bit of a problem with collisions of the hitboxes because the wheels don't like. Here, let me show you one of the biggest challenges that we're actually facing. The wheels don't like to be around pretty much anything. It's absolutely ridiculous, but this is just what happens. Let's see. On my previous one, this was me messing around. There we go. We got this. We got this. front. So we've got front and back. We've got the wheel. And you can note something that always happens, regardless of where you are, is that the back is going to rise up. And it's just one of those game phenomenons. So that's one of the things that we're actually fighting against and trying to compensate for. Best way to compensate that is by actually having a guide that's slightly off the wheels that will pull it down. If it's next to the wheels, however, the hitbox for some reason interferes completely with anything you're doing. And hitbox just brings everything down. So, check this out. See that? The hitboxes don't like each other. I can, go ahead and put this on any way I want, but right now, because that is not touching, and the hitbox is saying, hey, yeah, I don't like that, it's just going to hover there. And even if these wheels work, which they don't work immediately, we're not going to go anywhere. Because the hitboxes just don't like each other. Hey, Jade Adventure, what's up? So, for those of you questioning why I'm not doing things certain ways and why I'm insisting on doing things this way, there's a lot of reasons. Man, going back and looking at the stream that I did last year, that was quite an education. So, back to the build. I know some of you are going to be coming on going like, that dude doesn't know what he's doing. And you're right, I don't. I'm just making it up as I go along. But I'm getting there. Now, the idea here is to add as much weight as possible. There's a rough design for a cable car that I'm going to follow. This one is kind of huge. Maybe I should actually scale this one down a little bit. You know what? I'm going to do that. Oops. I probably should get rid of these pieces first. There we go. I just realized how big that was going to be. Like, duh. All right, so forward. One is half, 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 and half. You can't be too high. Okay, good. There we are. That should balance it out. See? Nice and flat. Swivels! Now we can either come outward, or we can, actually use these guys, because I never ever use these guys. But heck with it. Let's give them their moment in the sun before we put them back to bed. I have no use for these windows. They're completely useless. Mainly because they're oversized. If they'd given us a couple more sizes, I would have been a lot more appreciative. Or appreciative at all. But once you build their prefab, it's limited uses. And it puts people into the mindset of actually using those things on builds. And it's done more harm than good, because people think that, oh, those are the windows. We have to use windows. So I found them to be more destructive than useful. in my professional opinion. Yeah, of course, because I'm a professional. But okay, let's see. We got one, and then we got two. Now I could replace these with other pieces, and I might, but right now this is just about getting, oh no, getting weight onto the bottom of this. I see how it is. All right, let's just keep it up. So we're going to get to the point where we can finally drop this thing. And then we can add on some thrusters and some additional tools. But first we have to get this directly onto the line. And that's the hard part. So at least we have the appearance of a cable car now. So woo! Here we go. Regular doors don't work, and the gates don't work either. Did they give us some new gates? I think they did. These gates don't work. As soon as you get them on a dynamic platform, they don't open anymore. They register as being opened, but they don't open anymore. So, word to the wise and all that fun stuff. All right, let's get another gate in here. Ooh, balance is going to be off now. Let's get the balance right. And this is one of the reasons why I probably want to come back to this and do a rebuild. A customized rebuild. So we're actually going to redesign this part after we get to the mechanicals sorted out. Because we can't have it looking this ugly. We have some really nice designs that we can refer to. Make it look as nice as we can. Because there is no reason to settle for good enough. And this, you know what, this is good enough. We got our view and everything. We have the whole idea of it. And we can test for the limits. We know it's going to hit here. That balance is actually kind of good. Now it's going to drop down. So I hope you all are ready for this. Yep, all the doors either melt once you attach it to the dynamic platform. It will melt away. It will leave the frame. Or in the worst cases, it will actually, the whole thing will melt. Or it will still appear to be in place, but it will not appear to open or close. It's going to lose that little animation. But the open and close thing will still be valid. So when you hit the open state, it says the door is open, so you can walk through, and it will say closed door. If you come across a door that says open door, even though it's supposed to be like it's open or whatever, you can't go through. It's just this weird dynamic thing. I mean, like you can actually, I can just show you. Jeez, what am I doing? It used to drive us crazy with, hey, Moss Isley. Because when I did my first Mandalorian build, the Razor Crest, my doors melted, and I couldn't understand why. See, it just melted out of the entire thing, and it still says, okay, this one says open door, but there's no door there. Closed door, still no door. This one you can still go through. This one, however, closed door. So you try to walk through. Oh, okay. Okay, so this one appears to be closed. The door is there. Now, if you say open door, now you can walk through. So the rules are slightly different for this one. It's kind of weird, and I think it only applies to gates. When you're looking at doors versus gates, that's just one of the things you have to deal with. Okay, it's ugly looking. Let's drop it. Hope you all ready for this. Are we recording? Somebody clip this, please. I'm going to regret this. Hey, that was almost 100% successful. That was more successful than it usually is. It usually glitches like that just a little bit. But let me see. Can I nudge it? No! Something broke. What broke? Okay, we got to get it down to the sides. It's not allowing me to do that. It's not high enough. There's Haskins. What's up, dude? The wheels aren't touching. Oh, man, that's going to be a pain in the butt. Wheels aren't touching. These inside pieces may be stopping it. As much as these guides are useful, that may be a problem. I may have to do without the guides. All right, let's see what we can do. Always something. There's always something. All right, I think I have a solution. Let's see what we can do. We can get this up in here. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me act the fool. All right, so that's one side. That should allow it to touch now. So we can do it for the other side as well. Get rid of that. Excuse me while I think my way through this. Okay, so the idea is to get this. That's the wrong piece. I need an 8, not a 6. 6 is the trouble. All right, so we're just going to be literally extending our guides a little more so the hitboxes are not colliding as much. I'm a little cautious about these side hitboxes. No, it's literally doing the same thing. as this, where it's off to the side. Oh, look at that. The back is touching, but that's because it went off the side. Okay, we have a bit of a lean here. Why do we have a bit of a gangster lean? It's leaning to the side. So the weight is being being redistributed over there. Do it. I add a balloon. Let's see. Add a balloon. See what happens. One tiny balloon right here. It's still not touching. I need those to touch. This is the big problem right now. Those need to touch. And that's not helping. All right, I may have to extend that a little bit. Let me see if this is going to interfere with it too much. Or at all. Yep. There it went. All right. I was right. Should have listened to me. And when push comes to shove, come on, up. Here we go. Up. Up is good. Perfect. Thrusters. And there we go. Son of a. It's gonna clip through, isn't it? Yep, gonna clip right through. Clip on through to the other side. That is not going to go back on. The back also needs to be raised. Lovely. All right, let's put some limits on this. So at least the back is still in place. Let's get... So that should stay in place there. I'm gonna add balloons. See, that's the one thing I really should have done to the front. Now we have to play games. Oh, come on. Get yourself up. Put some backbone into it. Almost. So close. All right. You need a shove. Tiny bit of a shove. Let's get over. Why is it pushing down? It should just push directly across. Watch the thing go flying into the air now. No! Remember that thing about flying into the air? How am I level 400? Because I'm a boss. No, I'm just... It's probably the hours spent working on this thing and failing at it. Man, the mechanicals are always so bloody difficult. All right. Can we save this? That's the big question. Can we save this thing from going flying into the stratosphere? Because otherwise, we're restarting everything. That hitbox thing, the hitboxes are driving me crazy though, because there's really no reason why this should be happening, and it's consistent at least. So I think this has been enough of a test and a failure. I'm going to now take a bit of a departure from this. I mean, I followed the steps from my old tutorial, and it worked. It worked a year ago, but they do change hitboxes, the balloons, the wheels. A lot of things have changed. I mean, I wish I was in BR racking things up. I haven't played BR in like a month now. I was excited to go back to the Simpsons map, brand new map, and play with my friends and everything. But after like 10 games or so, it was just like, okay, let me go do something else. So I've been building here. And then, of course, I was building Enterprise. So that's a big project. Man. So, cable car fail. Okay. 934. The cable car project. So let's look at Maru Games design and see if we can bring some of that magic into this. Because the mechanicals are key here, and her mechanicals work. It relies on a couple of things going on here, though. So let's see if we can replicate some of that, because it does depend on banisters to get the angle, and we aren't doing that. But top and bottom. Which brings us down to, where's my other rail? Okay, so I was trying this alternate rail system. This is the one that I was setting up for the Maru game type system. We've got the side rails here. So, let's set up another set of rails on the other side. This is in haunted house. We get this guy, and then we align it here because this. Oh, hold on, the other side. Okay. Align it. And now I'm not going to snap it end to end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto the top of the black pieces, because that is our rail right there. If I snap it, it actually starts to separate and go into the air. So I prefer this to follow what is there before. So we're going to just do it the slow way. Slow and careful. For some reason, some of the flat pieces and some of the flat pieces just aren't aligned the same way. It's off by a tiny measurement, and you don't really see it until you're actually trying to do something fancy. If you're doing on the flat with it, you're okay. But this should put us into the same distance as what Maru Games had on her setup. If you don't know Maru Games, go and check her out. She is a great Spanish builder. Do we have a link for Maru Games? Just want to give her credit where credit is due. She is an awesome builder. All right. So in principle, this should really be... I should be going straight down from this. Not at the angle. So, I mean, maybe I could do a counter. Could I? Should I? Or maybe I shouldn't do a counter. Okay, let's take a look at this. I need to get a flat piece so that I can build off of that. Because it needs to be resting on top. And it's just a single wheel. And it's kind of using the hitboxes, but it's also using the weight as well. So it could be interesting. All right, so we're gonna counter it, just to get that flat, and to get that flat specifically off of the angle we have. We could take it from the ground right now, but it's not going to align properly. So what we want to do is just go against the established angle here, so we can get back to 0. But we're getting back to 0 from the angle we've already set and from the placement. Because if you're off just by 1 stud or even half a stud, the ground measurement is different than the piece measurement. So this way it's hard to get back to 0 sometimes. You can't, just take a piece up and put it back. So this, let's see how far we can go. White, here we go, white. I want to get up to the rails. I know I'm jumping through a couple hurdles just to get there, but there we are. Now we can get rid of this. It's all experimental at this point. And let's see what we can do. We have poles. So let's set the poles and try to get the right position for those poles. Since we're experimenting, it's off the side. And now we're going to try to get the height to add on the wheels. That seems to be a good height. I think that might work. Oops. Let's try again. Oh, I see what happened. Let's do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then push comes to shove. 943. Now this should literally just drop down onto it. So, oh, the wheels go to the side. Interesting. Okay, we're more than likely going to be going through a couple versions of this. So bear with me. Well, I'll get myself sorted out. It's my first time building something like this from someone else's design. So let me see. And that pushes it in. So we do need to go wider. Wider is important. Okay, got it. And do some cleanup. Oh, Jaded, I'm sorry. I think I turned on the ad settings on YouTube, and I had it to manual. It's only supposed to give an ad at the beginning and at the end, but it may have changed to automatic. So I will go back in and I will change that. So sorry, my bad. Oh, I missed Graveyard Boy. Joker, I'm interested in if you have a builder who's made a bunch of them that the mechanics are solid and it's got like a good realistic looking build without, and it actually goes on some of the straightaways, then for sure, if it's dependent on on the flat the flat rises going up, that's not really helpful because the hitboxes work differently. Yeah, sorry about the ads there. My bad. I completely forgot that was a thing. Mainly because I don't have to watch my own ads. Sorry. All right. Let's get. Okay, so that's 2 over. All right, fine. I see how it is. Is it 2 over or is it 4 over? I think it's 4 over at this point. Let's see where the full 16 takes us. Okay. I guess we're going full 16. Might as well. Now, this and this go together. Question is that a 2 or is that, you know, I can get a 2 like that. Boom. And then I can get the little one to go. No, come on. Seriously, dude? Are you going to be like that? All right, fine. I see how it is. Where are we? Do we have to do this? We have to do this. Give it a little bit of space. Oh, right. Because once that's on, nothing can go on. Greedy. That's gonna mess with the spacing a little bit. I think that should be fine here. If not, then you know what? Let's try one of the generic pieces first. Floor piece, generics. Add on one of these and see if this works now. Big wheel, keep on turning. And now small wheel. Can you go? Come on! Don't be that way. Oh, come on. We're almost there. What is your damage, buddy? Yep. Really that greedy? Wow. This poke really comes all the way through. Okay. So this should be almost the setup that Mary Games has, because she has the this kind of spacing. She's using a couple of different pieces to get this, but like I said, this is a year ago that she built this, and a lot has changed in the meantime. So technically, we should be at the right spacing for this. Is there anything else that we need in here? Oh, actually, you know what? That's a lie. This should be over 1. I just noticed there was something else going on right in there. There's a balloon over on the side. So these come in 1. All right. Let's free it. Okay, so I may have goofed a little bit, but you know what? I think it still stands. It is. That is pretty stable. So this might be a solution, but let's see how it holds up. This may not be the be all and end all, but it is a start for what we need to do. Oh boy. We have a little bit of instability. Hopefully that can be balanced out. Don't know how yet, but balance is key. How are we going to balance that? Oh, it slipped downward. That's why. Okay, you need to go forward. I did not put a brake. That's why it's moving. Great. It listened to this. Okay, come on. Get on. Get on. You're on. Stop. Stop it. Okay, now this is a little bit rough. I mean, it's a lot rough, actually. The ride is not the... Whoa. I would ask my money back on that ride. Okay, maybe it's because of the uneven placement. 954 people. It seems that I may have to do a little bit more investigating. So, Joker, if you have any of those links, can you send them over? I was wishing for a string feature last night, because with a string feature, you can just pull from one end. All right, so I think this needs a little bit of stabilizing, and we may be able to stabilize just by having another set of wheels. Okay, and now that brake is not going to work. What was I thinking? Okay, now here. You can stop there. Don't go any further. Please. There, that should stop it. Okay, let's see if I can stabilize anything at all. I doubt I can. I doubt I can. But I'm going to try anyway. Can't get in there because of reality. Hell, I lost again. Dun dun. Oh, that could be problematic. All right, so I got to raise up the front. That's going to take away. Okay, so that's going to. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Everything's perfect. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome. You're living on a dream. No, too far. A little bit. How fast can it work? Large wheel. 1. Come on, give it some weight. 1. And then, oh crap. I went too early. I needed those on first. All right, let's see. 1, 2. We will get this before I am done for the morning, because, I have a meeting. Of course I have a meeting. I have a meeting right now. It's going to pretty much... I don't want to be spending all this time in the meeting thinking about what I could have done better. So I just want to get this part done so that, I know that any screw ups here, I at least took care of this part. And I tried it before I had to leave. All right, 2 more. It's moving. Are we moving? We aren't moving. We aren't moving at all. Nothing's touching. Is it a weight thing? Let's try 2 more. Oh, we're moving. As for stability, yeah. Hi, Haskins. Okay. And there we go. I am the Mad Puck 66. I stream every morning from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m., which is right about now because I have to run off to work. We will be continuing the cable car project, cable car experiments, probably for a couple more days while I test to other people's designs and try to, see how they work, how to make them work, and eventually come out with a really cool cable car design at the end. So we're gonna be using like a year's worth of knowledge and experience to try to get this. Well, of course, we will be crediting the creators. So this week is Cable Car Week. So anyway, this has been awesome, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning with more cable car adventures, and possibly most more like falling from heights and stuff. Anyway, take care, guys. I will see y'all later.
She said, my love is like a flower. I'm trying to get you over. You like love sour, then you should come try my poison. She said, I grew up in the garden of Eden, and ever since then, my lying eyes are deceiving. Trying to get you over. You like love sour, then you should come try my poison. She said, I grew up in the garden of Eden, and ever since then, my life